Flawless victory.
Yeah. Thought you was riding. Thought you was 10 toes down. The second something shiny came, you folded. It's cool though. You just tell me how to move. Watch this. Used to think we was a unit, thought the back was covered. Thought you was my dog, man, thought you was my brother. Smiling in my face, shit, you really played a part. Acting like you with me, had me giving you my heart. But the loyalty was plastic, man, that shit was see-through. Waited for your moment, that's what fake ones be do. Soon as opportunity came knocking on the door, you ain't even hesitate, you just wanna ask for more. You ain't look back once, you went your own way. Show me who you were, man, I got nothing left to say. I ain't mad, I ain't bitter, ain't no salt to spill. You just lit a fire, man, you just made the focus real. This a full court pressing, I ain't letting up. Put myself first, I'm filling my own cup. No empathy, no sympathy, I'm on my purpose. Y'all just flaky people, man, you make me nervous. This a full court pressing, I am all out focused. You ain't on my team, then you just a locust. I ain't mad, I'm motivated, time to run the score. Yeah, I'm locked in, man, I'm kicking down the door. You thought that burn would stop me, man, you got it backwards. You just gave me fuel, man, I'm moving only faster. I ain't got no time for what a flaky person says. I am on a mission, you are in my way. I'm cutting off the dead weight, I don't care who suffers. If you ain't with vision, then you're undercovers. Sleeping on the grind, I am wide awake. Every year you hitting me, just tell me what to take. And I'm taking everything I am putting first. All that fake love, man, it was a damn curse. Now the curse is broken, now I see the path. You just woke the monster, you can do the math. Yeah, this a full court, press it, I ain't letting up. Put myself first, I'm filling my own cup. No empathy, no sympathy, I'm on my purpose. Y'all just flaky people, man, you make me nervous. This a full court, press it, I am all out focused. Who ain't in my team, then you're just a locust. I ain't mad, I'm motivated, time to run the score. Yeah, I'm locked in, man, I'm kicking down the door. So I don't look around, I just look ahead. Every promise that I made to myself is fed. All focus, all gas, I ain't gotta break. I don't care about your feelings or your new mistake. You made your choice, and now I'm making mine. My purpose is the only thing I see. I'm on the line, you are just a ghost, man, a lesson that I learned. Thanks for showing me that my own back is all I earn. So I'm holding it down, I'm the one I trust. Turning all the betrayal right in the dust. Watch me build an empire while you watch me from the side. Should've stayed down, man, you should've learned to ride. Full court present. All focus, all out. No sympathy. Yeah. Locked in. Purpose.
Welcome. How is everyone doing today? I am Tech Barbarian. We are engineered to win. We talk here all things tech. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Tuesday evening? It is June 23rd, 2026. We are moving, we are rocking, we are rolling. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you're doing absolutely amazing. I just want to start off with this, right? And I'll probably touch a little bit on this more on Monday's Candid Conversation, but I want you guys to not let anyone discourage you, not let anyone throw you off the track. If you have an idea, right, and you're like, oh, I wonder how I could do this, how I could do that. Now in the age of AI, which Jensen Huang says is mostly wonderful. We're going to be reviewing that today. But if you have an idea, I say try it out. And a lot of times you'll have an idea and then you want to give it a shot. You tell somebody about it and they're like, and then that discourages you. I've seen many times that people get discouraged because people don't right away buy into their ideas. I say you go ahead and you do it and you build it and you test it out. And if it's working for you, that's awesome. If people reject it, awesome, because you still got to learn, you still got to showcase what you did, and the knowledge you get is more than worth it. A lot of times the reason that we get our ideas rejected is because in general, people are mostly pessimistic, right? But number two, we don't present it well. We just try to throw out, oh, it does this, that, and the other. And we're like, I don't care. You gotta know how to present it. And I think that's something that we talk about at our Vibe Code and Chill on Saturday, because I've been talking to my Tech Barbarians about how you present information, how you present your ideas. And we're going to break it down, but you have to come up with a game plan, because it's like trying to bring out this new product and like, oh, I built this thing, go and try it. And like, why should I try that? I have this. People are accustomed to what they know. They do not like to go out and just change. So you have to ease them into it and show them what value this solves. When Facebook first came out, they only made it available to college students. And the people who are on MySpace, and people keep talking about Facebook, like, well, I can't get on Facebook because I don't have a college email address. And then they slowly started to roll it out for everyone. And now the MySpace users started to migrate over to Facebook because Facebook started giving them access. The same way, like whenever access is restricted, so you have to make your things a bit mysterious and a bit, I want it. So we'll talk about that at Vibe Code and Chill, but I just want to encourage you that do not let people discourage you, throw you off your mission. You see something that's going to help you, definitely go out there and build it, make it work, learn from it. And then if other people want it, great. If they don't, at least you're helping yourself. You always have to be your first client, your first customer, unless you're a drug dealer. Then you do not want to be your client at all. You should also not be a drug dealer. That's a whole other story, right? You should not be a drug dealer, duh. But if you are, you do not want to be your first client or customer, because as Biggie said, do not get high off of your own supply. That is the caveat, right? Drug dealer, you don't want to be a client or a customer. But if you are in tech, if you are looking to build something, if you're looking for an idea, you want to build it for yourself, make it amazing, make it remarkable, make it that you love it. And if other people like it too, great. And I'll give you a quick example. My YouTube plugin for OBS that we built on this channel, right? It works phenomenal for me. And then I'm like, you know what? I need a better way to manage the content that I react to. We built that. Like, oh, you know what? I need a way to integrate it. Built that. How I set up all my live streams, I post my content for the future. We built something for that. And it works amazing for me. And when I'm ready, I can make it available to other people. But for me, at least, it saves me so much time, from days and hours of work to minutes, if that, right? So, like I said, do not let anyone discourage you. Oh, because this thing already exists. Okay, well, you have your own spin on it. You can do it better. You know the hardships that you and other people might face, that the person who built it, they might not have the same issues. So in the age of AI, you do it for you. You do it for you, and you do it better. That is my opening message to you.
Are you ready?
All right, so let's get into the show real quick. Thank you. Just take a little bit of housekeeping real quick. Thank you to all of the subscribers to the channel. Thank you to all the supporters. Thank you for everyone who allows me to add value into your life, sharing my insight on these tech news, sharing how I navigate through this tech space, building applications, using AI, whatever the case may be. We are looking to be subject matter experts in all the things that we dive into. We've been looking at RAGs. We've been looking at RAGs, retrieval augmented generation. For those type of databases, vector databases, we've been looking at MCPs, model context protocol, and I have been falling in absolute love with MCP servers. I just got to say it. I have been falling in love with MCP servers. We're gonna continue on with that on Thursday. But shout out to you guys. As I'm learning, I'm sharing with you. a lot of this is happening on the fly. You see my thoughts. You see how I figure things out, how I pivot in real time. I am going to, I have some updates I'm going to continue making to the channel so that I can make that information available to you. We're working. We are strategizing every single day. So thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate every last one of you. Shout out to my Tech Barbarians. We had an amazing Scrum night this past Sunday. My Tech Barbarians were firing on all cylinders, giving each other feedback, planning for our next 2 weeks, helping each other out, helping each other grow. That is how we move here on the Tech Coach Ralph team. We do have a Vibe Code and Chill coming up this coming Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to have so much fun. I have so much insight to share with you from my traveling, from, like I was just mentioning, like you have to monitor, you have to practice, you have to perform, you have to sell your idea and sell yourself. Sell the problem, sell your idea, sell yourself, right? In the right way, of course, not. Come on, guys, be real. We're not talking about selling ourselves that way. Okay. All right. But you got to sell yourself. You got to sell yourself. So we're going to be talking about that. I am sure that Junior has some amazing things to show us this coming Saturday from what he's been working on from whichever app, from either the photography app or his mystery app. In addition, Life Lessons said that he's going to be showing us some amazing things that he is building with AI. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And I'm going to have my Tech Barbarians ready to present, ready to perform, because that is how they continue to get better in their presentation. Because guess what? We all have to sell to somebody. All right. So we have to practice how we communicate, all of that good stuff. All right. So, and you know what? Interestingly enough, I have to continue going to this course that I got off Udemy about how to be on camera, because you guys might think, oh yeah, you come here and talk, but I want to get better. I always want to get better. All right. And last but certainly not least, shout out to my tech mercenaries out there, the YouTube channel members who keep this channel alive and growing. I really appreciate every last one of you guys, because without you, there would be no me. Maybe there would, but not as good, because you guys make me better, because by you allowing me to keep coming back here day in and day out, I practice to get more comfortable. I'm able to talk in front of you guys. I'm able to share insights, all of that good stuff. So shout out to every last one of you. Tomorrow I am going to be dropping a video. So we didn't get to review last week the SpaceX acquisition, acquiring Cursor. So I did a video breakdown on that. We're going to be going through all those details. What does that mean for developers? What does it mean for the models that they use? Is that going to be the rise of Grok? Is that going to be the end of people using Cursor, especially if you hate Elon Musk and SpaceX?
Are you ready?
Because you guys know that there are people who hate Elon Musk and they hate anything that he touches out there. They did make him a trillionaire. Right, you guys remember the song with Future Trillionaire? You guys did make him the first trillionaire in net worth, of course. On paper, he might have a couple of 100,000, but in net worth, he is a trillionaire. So we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be reviewing that to see what does that mean for us. Where do we go from here? What if you just sign up for Cursor? Like I'm not using one of Elon's products anymore. We're gonna talk about that. All right. So that's gonna be tomorrow, Thursday night. We're gonna be back live again, working on our MCP for Jiu-Jitsu with our rag for Jiu-Jitsu, putting them all together, see how we can build something amazing. And then in the future, we're gonna say, you know what? How can we build some infrastructure around this so that we can host this on like a AWS or a DigitalOcean or wherever AI is hosted? Figure all that out, and then we go from there. So a lot of things coming down the pipeline. We're just learning. We are just learning. So that is how that goes. All right. With that being said, and of course, Friday's gonna be the bug bite. I think, what are we talking about on Friday? We might be talking about some Mark Zuckerberg stuff, making some wild admissions. So about AI. So that is everything. That is everything. So tune in for that. We have an amazing action-packed week coming up. All right. With that being said, let me check the chat real quick, and then we're going to dive into our first topic of tonight. which is going to be about, would you trust getting a degree if you did all the work on your smartphone? So you take this phone right here, this by itself, kind of vain, right? Yeah, kind of vain having me on my, all right, I digress. But would you trust a degree if all it took was your smartphone? I guess not even a laptop. You don't have to go in person or anything. You don't have to join a Zoom, just on your smartphone. That's going to be our first topic, but let me check the chat real quick. We got my guy Junior in the building. Junior Largy. See, look at that. I always get it right now. I am a true friend of Junior, right? Because all those other people, let me ask you this, Junior. Let me know in the comments, all right? Yesterday, if you had joined the live, because I wasn't able to join the live stream and I didn't watch it back, did they get your name right? Or did they get it wrong again? Let me know, because I stand up for you. If I was because I'd be like, hey, yep, up. You said it wrong. Better fix it. Better fix that. Bueller. So let me know if they got your name right yesterday, right? But that my guy Junior in the building says, what's up, family? What's up? And Junior also adds that I am not, I repeat, I am not for sale. Okay, I got you. Bruh. Fair enough. Junior is not for sale. All right. Fair enough. But I will tell you this though. Well, the way that you present yourself is your sales pitch. All right. You might not be selling yourself, but if somebody likes you, it'll be like, you know what? He sold me. All right. So I'm just saying, if someone says, oh, can I buy a version of your photography site so I can put my own photography up there? And it's like, you sold it? I'm just saying. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And he says, yes, she got it right. Yo, shout out to Carrie. Shout out to Carrie. Now we just got to get Rod Brown to get your name right. Do you, all right. Over under that Rod Brown gets your name right tomorrow. Over under that Rod Brown gets your name right tomorrow. All right. Junior says, if somebody wants to buy his photography site, I'm going. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. All right, let's jump into this first topic real quick. So we're going to be talking about is it the first degree? Something like that. But these graduates, they earn their degree entirely on their smartphone. I have absolutely no idea how that happened. So let's go ahead and find out together.
Cornerstone University in Grand Rapids is celebrating a first. Students who earned their bachelor's degrees entirely on a smartphone. News 8's Tessa Kresh takes us inside the SOAR mobile learning platform and shows us how the university is reaching a new generation of students.
At the end of a long day, Javed Zahir reaches for his phone.
So it really is fully at your own pace.
But on this screen are the final steps towards something much bigger.
Since I've already watched my video, the next step would be taking the quiz. I'll click the quiz.
A quiz here, a lesson there, and by the end of the summer, he'll have a college education he never thought he'd earn.
Truthfully, I wasn't a proponent for college. I went a different route.
The Marine veteran, father of 4, and auto industry leader says he tried college more than once, but between work, family, and the cost, it never stuck.
And I couldn't afford it at that time in my life.
Now, without heading to Cornerstone University's campus, he's months away from a bachelor's in strategic business management.
I have learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know. It makes it so that way you are able to fit it into your day.
It's an entire education at the tip of your finger, meeting people where they're...
All right. I gotta ask, are you buying this? So he has a laptop in front of him, right? He closes the laptop and he picks up his phone and he goes to start college on his phone. Now, I'm a big proponent of smartphones, and I know it's like having a laptop in your pocket. But do you believe that you can successfully complete can you even complete a Udemy course straight from your phone? To do a full college degree straight from your phone? Like, what about presentations? What about, where do you do presentations? Where do you collaborate with other people? Like, if you're just watching a video on your phone and taking a quiz, maybe. But then how short is the quiz? I don't know. I don't know. What is his major again? What is his major?
Learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know. It makes it so that way you are able to fit it into your day.
It's an entire education at the tip of your finger, meeting people where they're at. A program created in response to millions of people who started college but never finished.
We saw it as a crisis. I mean, how is it possible in the greatest country in the world with the greatest higher educational system, you have millions of people dropping out of college and not going back?
University President Jersan Marino-Riano says today's student looks much different than the traditional college student from the past.
They're working full-time, they're single parents or parents and families.
The program recently celebrated its first graduates.
It's a dream come true for us.
And now has hundreds of students enrolled.
I want to multiply that across the country. I want SOAR in every home in America. That's my vision.
It's about opening doors for Zahir. As he continues his everyday life, he's also building toward what comes next.
Any doors that were closed to me in the past, it's going to open up for me.
In Grand Rapids, Tessa Kresh, News 8.
All right, I think they're being a little bit hyperbolic with the phone part of it, right? Earn degree on smartphones. If you're able to watch the video in the class or whatever on the smartphone, and maybe you have a chat interaction, but I still think that there is a heavy component of using it on a computer, on a tablet, on an iPad, something like that. But I think it's okay. After listening to the video, after watching the video, it does sound a little bit markety, where they're saying, "Oh, the smartphone, like earning on the smartphone." You're not earning on the smartphone. It's just a communication delivery. We're gonna look it up a little bit on Gemini, right? But it just seems more of a means of delivery where you don't have to go into a class and you don't have to join maybe a Zoom call or something like that. But I think it's a little bit markety. So, because you see in the videos, people have their computer next to their phone and they're scrolling and stuff like that. So it's a little. I think it's a little hyped, right? But that being said, let's go check it out. Let's see. I just reviewed a video. About Cornerstone University with their first bachelor's degree on a smartphone. They mentioned some type of source technology to power this. However, I have some doubts that a full college education would work only on an iPhone or on a smartphone. Is there a marketing hype to this where people still collaborate, use tablets or phone or computers to complete assignments? Or is this fully smartphone based? All right, that's what I want to know. I meant to use flashlight, but whatever. Says you're completely right to be skeptical. The phrase "earn a degree entirely on a smartphone" sounds heavily like marketing hype, and in a way it is, but the reality of how this program actually structured explains how it functions. Cornerstone University's SOAR platform, which launched in 2025, isn't just a standard online college crammed into a smaller screen. They actually redesigned the curriculum framework specifically for mobile. The underlying reality behind the marketing reveals how it works, along with where your doubts are entirely justified. So, how it works. Micro-learning, overall traditional term papers. You can't realistically write a 15-page academic research paper on an iPhone keyboard. Facts. Cornerstone's workaround wasn't to force students to do that. Instead, they fundamentally changed the assignment structure to fit a mobile interface. Okay. All right. Bite-sized content. Instead of attending a 90-minute video lecture, the curriculum is bundled into micro-learning episodes. This means 5 to 10-minute mini lectures, podcasts, audiobooks, and short videos that you can consume during a commute or a lunch break. So it sounds like they turned Udemy into a university, because that's basically what Udemy and Coursera and all those platforms are. Micro assessments. Instead of heavy midterm exams or extensive essays, students take short interactive quizzes and complete mobile-friendly assessments directly inside the app right after consuming the content. Subject matter limitations. Notice that the SOAR program only offers degrees like strategic business management and organizational leadership. Okay. You won't see degrees that require heavy software processing, coding, lab work, or complex design like engineering, computer science, or nursing, because those cannot be adapted to a smartphone screen. Well, that's okay. That makes sense. Well, if those are degrees that they offer, what are the usefulness of those degrees, right? Because we're always talking about useful degrees. So the follow-up questions is, what degrees that they offer and how much do they cost, and what kind of roles you can actually land with those degrees. So hype versus reality. While the university markets as 100% smartphone delivered experience, the practical reality of how adults learn less tells a slightly different story. The marketing hype, you only need a phone. Technically true for the app, but many students still use tablets or cast videos to larger screens for better visibility. Typing long-form text on a phone is tiring, so voice-to-text or Bluetooth keyboards are common workarounds. Fair enough. Fully self-paced streaming. While there's no rigid weekly deadlines, you still have to complete a minimum number of courses per 4-month term to maintain your enrollment and financial aid. Complete isolation convenience. There are no traditional group projects, but you aren't completely alone. Students are paired with a human success coach and faculty members who provide direct feedback, meaning human collaboration is still a safety net. Okay, cool. So the verdict, is it a real degree? Yes, it is fully accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. It is a real degree, but it's tailored for a specific demographic, working adults who have some prior college credit and need a checkbox credential for a promotion. Okay. I'm not going to scam. Interesting. It's not a scam. But yeah, I didn't say nothing. It's essentially a highly optimized academic version of Duolingo or Masterclass. You know, that's just offensive.
How dare you?
That's just offensive. If you're looking for a deep academic research, vigorous group debates, or peer-to-peer networking, a smartphone-only program like this will feel hollow. But if your goal is to absorb business management concepts while folding laundry or driving to work, the technology is built exactly for that. No, I don't want to look at that. I want to know. I want to know what good is, like our song says, but that's not in this case. So I want to know. How much is the tuition? What degrees do they offer? And what kind of real jobs can you get with those degrees with salary expectations? At the end of the day, right? That's all that really matters to us. How much money we're going to make, right? So exact breakdown of the cost, the degrees offered, and what the employment landscape actually looks like. So they are Cornerstone positions itself as a subscription-based model rather than traditional per credit pricing. There's no textbooks fees or hidden tech fees because everything is preloaded into the app. Undergrad, associate's, bachelor's degree, $2,400 per 4-month term. It's kind of sounds similar to WGU from my understanding. Flat rate, you can take up to 8 courses, 18 credits per term for that same flat rate. The faster you move, the cheaper the overall degree gets. That is very similar to what I've heard about WGU. The more classes you can take a semester, the faster you get it done. Total estimated cost. If you start from absolute zero and take a standard pace, the total bachelor's degree is roughly $24,000. If you transfer in past college credits, they accept up to 75% of degree requirements. That drops the price significantly. That is pretty good. If they take 75% of your past courses, then it'll be pretty cheap to finish off with your bachelor's at least. Graduates for masters, $37.50 per 4 months, roughly $12,000 from start to finish, and they have 2 degrees offered. Because the curriculum to fitting a micro-learning format, short videos, podcasts, and quizzes, the university only offers degrees that don't require heavy lab work, massive research papers, associate's degrees in strategic business management, and bachelor's of science in strategic business management, and master's of arts in organizational leadership. All right, here's the most important part. Here is the most important part. Money.
More money, more money, more money.
So how much money can we make with this, right? The most critical thing to understand about the mobile first degree in strategic business management or organizational leadership is that these are generalist credentials. So basically they're saying you're not going to make any money with them. Basically, they're basically saying this is like getting a business administration degree. So they do not qualify for technical specialized niches like accounting, data science, or engineering. Instead, they're designed to give people a checkbox degree to move up into management or transition from manual hourly roles into corporate operations. Here's the realistic job path, what those roles actually involve, and typical salary expectations. Operations manager, supervisor. Companies across logistics, retail, manufacturing, and corporate offices need people to run day-to-day team dynamics, schedule shifts, and oversee workflows. So the degree covers foundational leadership and team management. Realistic salary, $65,000 to $90,000. Highly depend on industry. Logistics and manufacturing tend to pay higher. Or you can become a human resources person, generalist, specialist, basically $55K to $75K. And account manager, corporate sales, basically $60K to $85K. Project owner, project coordinator, junior project manager, $50K to $70K. Well, it's a so-so. It's a so-so degree. It depends. I mean, I guess it depends. It depends. 24,000-ish to, I don't know. What do you think about it? What do you think about these degrees for, like, do you think this is a viable option? You use your phone. I mean, you could be watching like nonsense on YouTube. I mean, not this channel because this is not nonsense, but you could be watching something else that is not adding any value to you. Or you can be working towards getting a degree that's going to help you grow in corporate, and you're actually doing something productive with your time and with your life. So I see both sides. I think it depends on where you're at in life, right? And let's say you want to grow in your company and more of like the management type style, and your company offers like tuition reimbursement and stuff, and they're willing to pay for it. Might be a viable option. All right. So let me know your thoughts. So would you go for something like this, where you can just use your phone and you can go to school there, go to class there, and you get your associates or your associates, bachelor's or master's in these fields? Or like this doesn't make any sense. I'd rather go to a more semi-traditional type school to get my degree. Are you actually going to do it though? So let me know your thoughts below. Drop me a comment. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live, and drop new content as well. techcoachralph.dev. Join us for Vibe Code and Chill. Join us for Scrum Nights. Get access to Resume Flow, Tech Barbarian's coaching portal, and the Speak Precisely app, so that we can help you revolutionize every aspect of your life over at techcoachralph.dev. All right. So let me check the chat real quick before we get into a little bit of work. Let me see what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about this? Junior says that he highly doubts that Rod Brown is going to say his name correctly tomorrow. So we're all going to have to tune in tomorrow to see if Rod Brown is going to say Junior's name correctly or not. Is he going to say Largy, or is he going to stick to his roots, return to his fundamentals, and say Largy? So we're going to find out. We're going to find that out tomorrow on Rod Brown's live stream. All right. Drew says, honestly, there's no real difference between doing it on a phone or a laptop. He's using technology the right way. I agree. I definitely agree he's using it the right way. And after going on to Gemini to get a little bit more context of how the platform works and how the school works, it does make more sense the way that they do it. I do have a little bit of questions on the validity of the degrees, but I mean, I'll say this. It's better than the degrees that most people get. Probably 90% of people going to college right now is getting $200,000 in debt. Those degrees that they're offering is probably way better than what they're getting. So I will give them that. Junior says, I believe it. I use the iPad for everything, even though it has its limits. I can get a lot done. Look, I think an iPad is iPad, tablet are perfect scenarios. But I will say though, I think that because not everybody can get a tablet, get an iPad, and if you're able to do this on your phone and able to get a degree to advance your life, then I think that's pretty good. I think that's awesome. So, I like I said earlier, I think it depends on what your goals are, right? And I still think it's probably way better than most college degrees that people get. We got my guy, Rod Brown, in the building, which I am not. I repeat, I am not going to acknowledge him. What up, my guy, Rod Brown? How are you doing on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening? He says, it can be a good thing. I do a lot of learning on the phone instead of the computer. Fair. It makes sense. It says, Junior says, if the beloved even shows up for his own, shots fired. Dang, that is, ooh, you know what? On behalf of Rod Brown and his crew,
How dare you?
I'm just saying. It says, wait, I'm going live tomorrow? Allegedly. All right, I'm just saying. Ron says, how do you feel about the price of the steam machine being affected by AI and parts costs? What? The steam machine? Steam? All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find what is a steam machine? Steam machine price being affected by AI. What is the steam machine? All right, hold up. Steam machine? Let's look this up because I have no idea what Rod Brown's talking about. It says the artificial intelligence boom has driven up the cost of the new steam machine by causing a severe global shortage and price surge in memory and storage components. High corporate demand for AI data centers has severely squeezed the supply of RAM, forcing consumer electronics prices to spike. Because Valve doesn't heavily subsidize its hardware like traditional console manufacturers, these inflated components costs are passed directly to consumers, resulting in price from Steam Machine reflect this AI-driven hardware crunch. Base model, $1,049 for 512 at high end, $1,428 for 2 terabytes, including Steam controller. All right, so I'm sorry, but what? Let me take Rod Brown's comment off the screen. What the hell is a Steam machine? Because I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Is this some gaming stuff? The Steam machine is a compact pre-built gaming PC developed by Valve designed to sit under your TV and act like a video game console. Instead of running Windows 11, it runs its own Steam OS operating system. Is that like what Steam Deck uses? I kid you not. When I was traveling the other day, I saw a few people with this device. I thought it was the Nintendo Switch, but it was a Steam Deck. So I'm like, what in the world is that? So are those related? Instead of running Windows 11, it runs on Valve OS, allowing you to boot it up with a controller, bypassing the traditional computer desktop, entirely immediately access your existing digital Steam game library. The form factor, it's a tiny whisper quiet device into a roughly 6-inch cube chassis. The power, it features semi-customized, all right, whatever. Valve advertises as having 6 times the horsepower as of the handheld Steam Deck, capable of targeting 4K gaming at 60 frames per second, using upscaling like Tech tech like FSR, console like ecosystem, no Windows slop. All right. Well, Rod Brown, bring your comment back up and I'll let you know exactly how I feel about it. How do I feel about it? Well, I'm trying to find the words to express my emotion about the price hike of the Steam machine that AI has caused. Right. Formulate correctly. Respectfully. I couldn't care less. I could not care less. Do you want to know why I couldn't care less? Because I don't game, right? I don't game, and so sucks for the gamers, I guess. Sucks for the gamers? I don't know. I don't care. On a productivity note, another reason I don't care. On a productivity note, I'm able to be a lot more productive. Like if you were able to see my work computer over there, I don't know which terminal to close because they're all doing something. I probably have like 15 of those open, and then I have like a bunch of IDEs open as well. So I'll take the AI for 1,000. I'll take the AI for 1,000. All right. I'm just saying. All right. I'm just saying. Look.
I'm just being honest.
I'll take AI for 1,000. All right. I'm sorry. Oh my God. All the gamers are going to hate me now. I'm gonna have to clip this one up. All the gamers are going to hate me. I'm sorry, Rod Brown. I'm sorry. So the original price was going to be around 700, but now it is way more.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, if it makes you feel any better, we did review the other day that Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, he turned his back on gamers because he is not making any more GPUs for them. He says, you know what? Got out of there. AI forever, gamers never. I gotta put that in the chat. AI forever, gamers never. Oh my God. I'm totally disconnected from the gaming realm, so I wouldn't know. Junior, I am with you. The games that I play is live streaming and building these applications. That's my gaming. Figuring out tech stuff, right? And Robert says, well, it's AI and tech related, so I felt like TCR could, of course. Look, I am more than happy to discuss, right? And like I did my research. I'm like, okay, what is a Steam? What is it called? A Steam machine. Honestly, it's gonna sound so bad. Rod, when you said Steam machine by AI, like I thought you were talking about some. Oh my God, this is gonna be embarrassing, right? This is gonna be embarrassing. I thought you were talking about some type of device where you do something with clothes. I don't know, some type of new AI device where they're steaming clothes and making it faster, and they're like, oh, the price of that is expensive. I had no idea what you were talking about when you said steam machine. I'm like, is that some type of device for clothes that it's the price is going up because of AI? That's what I thought, honestly. And I'm like, oh, it's some gaming thing. Okay. I had the same amount of feeling and care to it, but now I know what you're talking about. So fair enough. Of course, I knew you wouldn't care, but it shows how CPUs and other things are affected by AI. That is true. You know what? And you get one of these for that. That is true. It does show that. All right. We got Farron Perry in the building. What up, Farron Perry? And just so you guys know, AI forever, gamers never. All right. I'm just saying. See, Junior, we're here. See, I thought it was something. I thought so too. I thought it was some new device that the humanoid robots can use to iron clothes and get it all nice and crispy for you and stuff like that. And I was like, oh man, I really wanted one of those. And now the price has went up. The price of the brick went up. That sucks. But no, it is actually it's actually a gaming device. So I have absolutely no use for it. So fair enough. All right. Well. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump into a little bit. Where's my? We're going to jump into a little bit of work today, at least, right? I'm telling you, that's Steam Machine. I was like, oh, it's some type of device for clothes and making them look nice. All right. We're gonna jump into a little bit of work. Let me go and pull up my Jira board and see what we got on the docket for tonight. So basically, I want you guys to see this, like how I try to mimic the way that I work with my Tech Barbarians to be as close to how they would end up working in a work environment. So what is this? So I am going to pull up the work that we have to do for our next couple of weeks. And I think I need to ship some changes. So we're going to go over to, we'll put this up, put up 20.
It's time to do.
I thought I changed this. What? Hold up. I thought I changed that. Oh, I didn't publish it. Let's go to, boom. Let's do that. Sweet. All right. Let's go ahead and so let's take a look at the Jira board real quick, right? And we're going to start off with this one, right? And we're going to say, I'm going to create a subtask for this. And different teams work in different ways, but you're most likely going to be using Jira, and you're going to, let me see, ship changes. And you probably have subtask, whatever way works best for you. So we have that. Let me see. So we have this, and this one. I'm going to create a subtask for this real quick. Say update color layout. Test changes. Let's do that. What else we got? Still got to do this one. Test suite improvements. Document step-by-step roadmap for, okay, there's that. We have this one. All right, so this one for the exploratory testing. All right, I'm going to start off with shipping these changes so that one of the Tech Barbarians can be able to start working on it. I'm going to go to Lovable. And I go here, pull that up. Everything has been tested here. So some changes that we made over the past couple of weeks, and I am going to, so I'm in Lovable. I'm going to say to publish these changes, update these changes. Then I'll send a message to my, the Tech Barbarian working on this, saying that this is ready to be tested. Once this is done, I'll do some light regression testing on it as well to make sure that everything is working properly. And then we will. All right, so I will go to, let me see this. So let's say we go, let me see here. Take the URL. See if this shows up. Ooh, that's not, oh, wrong website. Let's go to put the right website. See how that looks. Sweet. So some of the changes that we made was adding the logo to the landing page. We decreased the space for it, and we added a footer at the bottom. So okay, so that's working. Another thing, let me go to here. Let me sign out, sign in. Let's see if I go with that. Do I see? Let me see. Let's try this one instead. All right, so that's working. So we added a captcha as well. So the captcha is working. I didn't see it. Let me try something else. So let's say we have an account already, sign in. And let me try some random email address, test scammy address at this is scam email.com. And I'm going to say, sorry, gamers, sign in. All right, so that's there. Let me try another one. Oh, there we go. There it goes. Extra verification required after 2 failed attempts. Nice. It's still saying, I don't know what it costs to make it fake though. Let me see another one. I wish I could understand the criteria a little bit better of what this would do, but that is something that we can look into later. Sign in, and it works. All right, so that one is done. Did light regression testing on it. Looks good to me. I am going to close that, and I'm going to say ship changes are done. And test after deployment, I'm going to assign that. All right, so I'm going to go to here. Let's say, you have an amazing night, Junior. Enjoy your Bible study. I will see you tomorrow night on Rod Brown's live stream if he actually shows up. But I'll be there. Even if he's not, I'll be there. And if not, then we'll go on Thursday. Let's see this. Let me see. Change shipped, ready to be tested. Ship landing page updates and captcha edition. All right, cool. So that's done. And let me go here. All right, so that's done. Save. Sweet. All right, let's go back to here. All right, so that one is done on my end. Next up, and this is basically what this is how you work, right? Let me see, low hanging fruit. What can so I'm looking at what I can do to unblock people to get started. So the other one I want to take care of is this mobile web exploratory testing. This is for the no, not this one. Where is it? Oh, there it goes. Regression testing of the UI updates for the Speak Precise AI. I don't want to wait till Sunday to do this, so we're gonna do this now to unblock them. We're gonna go to Android Studio. And I am going to open up Speak precisely. Oh God, here we go. So let's go ahead and take care of this one. I put up perfect. All right, cool. So let's go over to here. And we're gonna say, let me do a get status first. And we have all that stuff that needs to go. That's a lot of stuff. And this is on the main branch. All right, so let's say, can we move these latest changes to a branch and open up a nah, I just push it up. Let's commit the changes and push them up. Oh, do I want to do that? No, I'm going to do it the right way. Let's put the recent changes on a new branch and open up a PR with all the details of the latest changes that are not committed yet, so that we can provide details of the changes and implementation to for the QA team, for the QA engineer, so they can thoroughly test. Let's do that. So basically, we're making the changes available to we're gonna open up a pull request. QA testing. Why is that the name? Ew, I don't like that name. Can we get a better name for the branch based on the code changes? That is a terrible, like in the words of Charles Rick, that's a terrible branch name. Oh, disgusting. Makes me sick to my stomach. You know what, Kilo, you get one of these.
How dare you?
You don't do stuff like that. We don't believe in that here. Either you do it right or you don't do it at all. Let's see. You know what? While that's happening, I'm going to start a poll for Rod Brown. Let's see if I could do that. Let's say, are you heartbroken by the drastic price increase? The Steam machine. Yes. No. Never heard of it. All right, there we go. We got a poll in the chat as well for Rod Brown. What is this? All right, running the diff. Let's do that. Subscription UI analysis progress icon. That works for me. Curious to see the poll results. Take the poll. Let me know. Are you heartbroken by the Steam machine price increase? Let's go with that one. Let's go with that one. So now we're adding the PR. We're going to check it in GitHub as well. Let me start github.com. No, it's not. Rod, you're just saying that. I think it's a viable question. I really appreciated it. What? Rod Brown.
Why do you have to talk to me like that all the time, man?
Why? I thought it was a great question. I appreciated it. Speed precisely. What? All right, so it's done. Checked out a new branch. Committed the latest uncommitted. Push it to remote and successfully open a PR for the QA engineer. Pull request details, the changes, and how to test them. You can view the newly created PR here. Right. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So here in GitHub, pull request, all this that you're seeing. If you are interested in being in tech and engineering, QA, whatever, DevOps, this is the stuff you need to know. How to create, and I know how to do it manually, but let AI do it for me. Why do I got to do it, right? But we create a new branch. We open up a pull request for it, and then we put details in it, right? Dashboard subscription. The dashboard now fetches the displays, the user remaining analysis in minutes, subscriptions. Recording page progress during analysis. The recording page now shows linear progress updates, uploading transcription complete, yada, yada, yada. Building service configuration. The building service was updated to correctly differentiate between Revenue Cat, Android, and Apple API keys based on the platform. Analysis report navigation, added a home button to the analysis report page so users can quickly get back to the dashboard. App icons, several iOS app icons were generated and updated. Please ensure that Revenue Cat configuration initializes properly on both Android and iOS devices, and that the subscription minutes deductions visually updates the dashboard after a recording is analyzed. All right, so that is that. Let me see. Let's go here. Put the reviewer. How many labels? Enhancement. Sweet. I'm gonna put myself as the assignee. Sweet. Another thing that we can end up doing is putting some checks on this branch so that like things run automatically, so that we get some additional verification in our CI/CD pipelines. But that is it for now. I'm gonna say, I wonder if Jira's linked to this. Let me see something. Whatever. Let's just go with. Let's go to. Change the status to do, back to do. And all right, let me go update this. I have pushed up the changes to a branch and opened up a pull request here. Let's go here. Sweet. All right, that is done. Let's say test regression. Testing and exploratory testing. All right, cool. So that one is done. We knocked out two All right, let's see what else we got. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? We on a roll here. We are create branch and open PR. So that's done. Put that to myself. And say done with that one. All right, cool. What else we got? What else is blocking people? We can take on let's do I hate Jira for this. I'll do this one. This one might be good. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's do the generate smart goal. So basically what this one does, we saw it, I think we saw it the other day working on it last week. So my Tech Barbarian created a bunch of tickets around it. Basically generate smart goals. All right, so let's go and log into preview here. And we say add a goal. All right, so when we come back from break, we'll fix this one, and this is how work is, right? We go through, and Rod Brown, am I off here? This is how we work in tech. We plan, we have defects, we have stories, features to implement, and we just go through the highest priority ones and we get them out there. And then we make it available either for, like, the engineers make it available for QA people like me, or if I'm the dev in this case, I make it available for my Tech Barbarian so that they can continue to work, continue to build experience, continue to ask amazing questions, continue to fall and stumble and get back up so that they do not make these mistakes in the real world. That's how we do it over here. That is how we do it over here. All right. All right, let's go over to the chat real quick before we get into our next topic. So heads up, our next topic, we're going to be talking about how, I believe it's a high school student, they created a app on, I guess, for smartphones or whatever, to prep for the SATs. So we're gonna review that after I check the chat. Let me see what we got. We got Junior Largy says, y'all enjoy the rest of the show. It is Bible study time. I am going to get a sound bite because I mean, it's like clockwork. Every Tuesday at 8, right before 8:30, Junior says that he has to head out for Bible study, and I think that we should get a farewell sound for Junior when he takes off, so we can show him our appreciation. So let me see if I can find anything real quick, right? Let me see what I can find. Let's see. And in the chat, let me know which one you guys like better, right? So let me see. How about, let me see. Or let me see, what is this one? Kind of feeling that one. I'm kind of feeling that one. Any other one? Let me see. Thanks. These that I'm seeing here, I gotta mine them out before I play them on stream, you know, because who knows what they might say. Who knows? I can't trust them. But I'm leaning on this one for now. Let me see what this one is. What is this one? Nah. What's this? Nah. What's this one? Nah. Yeah, I like this one. Let me know what you guys think. For Junior's departure on Tuesdays. I'm feeling, right? I'm feeling that one. I'm feeling that one. So whenever Junior is, I can probably automate it too. Like whenever Junior says he's heading out, it automatically plays this. I'm gonna save that one. Yep, that's gonna be it. That is going to be it. All right. Let's see here. What else we got? Robert says this is the last time I bring up a viral tech related topic for you. Oh, God. You can't be like that, Rod. You can't be like that. All right. I did not know about it, and now you're taking it out on me, saying that. I truly appreciate you bringing it up. And then we reviewed it, and I told you, asked me, what did I feel about it, right? If you asked me, how do you think this affects X, Y? But you asked my feelings. I was like, sucks for them. All right. All right. You know what? It's fair. Let's just go with this. All right.
The last time you're going to see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
All right. The last time you're going to see it. Last time. All right. It says, just drown already. She's so mean.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
And Ron says, it sounds about right. What I was explaining, this is the way that we work. We have our Jira or whatever platform that you're using. And the team plans, we're like, this is what we're going to be working on. And, we get the work ready. We pass it to QA. Some people, not going to say any names, Rod Brown, they don't test their own work and they just throw it over the wall to QA and they say, all right, it's done, fix it. And then you go to the homepage, the React homepage, and the page isn't loaded. Like, Rod Brown, this is not working. Did you look at it? Of course I did. And they said, it worked on my machine. It worked on my machine. Hey. I'm just kidding. Rod Brown would never do such a thing, all right? He does it all the time. But he would never do it. He does it all the time. Anyways, Rod Brown says, I prefer the second one. I do too, all right? That's one more time. All right. So let's go and jump into this next topic for tonight. Where are you? Let's go to boom. So a teenager, a young lad, launches a SAT app, and is that going to help? Is that going to help us score better on the SATs? I guess it depends on who it is. Let's jump into this. Let's jump into this story.
For generations of high schoolers, getting ready for the daunting SAT meant cracking open hefty practice test books or time with tutors. Now, one Tampa, Florida teenager wants to give test takers a new path to success.
It can get really expensive. And then on top of that, the SAT, like the way you learn, right? It's not really a one-way thing for every single person.
According to a recent study by Private Prep, for comprehensive SAT prep, students typically spend 20 to 30 hours with a private tutor at a cost ranging from $1,600 to over $10,000. With those challenges in
Damn. Do they have that? Hold up. I'm sorry. I got to check. But 1,600 to 10,000. Do you guys know how much I spent on my SAT prep when I was in high school? I think I got a book for like $30. Now, did I do great on the SAT? Not so much, but
In mind, 16-year-old Eric McDonald created ACE-IT, a digital SAT prep app fueled by artificial intelligence that costs about $80 for a full year. There's also a free version.
And what ACIT does is they serve them a bunch of questions, right? And then it sees where they struggle and where they succeed.
To see if ACIT really works, we dusted off the graphing calculator and turned to someone who took the SAT almost 15 years ago.
I have a headache just looking at this.
First, I tried some College Board questions, focusing on the math section. Then we moved over to ACIT. ACIT also offers an AI chat features.
All right, areas to improve. Nonlinear functions, I would agree.
So you can ask for more explanation on questions you get wrong. But can you really trust an AI tutor designed by someone who still has not taken the SAT himself?
I wouldn't.
Whoa. That is interesting. That is interesting. I mean, I've designed, like, people design a bunch of stuff. I mean, all right. If there's coaches in the NBA who have never played basketball, or NFL coaches who have never played football or whatever, right? Does a team need to take the SATs in order to create an app to help you pass the SAT? That is a fair question. I mean, we did have pushback when we made a song for our beloved friend, and it's like, oh no, you got to change this. You have to change this word in there. Like, oh God, all right. And it was a lot of work too. It was a lot of work. So it just depends.
Necessarily make it like their first kind of thing that they put all their effort into. And what ACIT does is it kind of breaks that fourth wall. And you can use this whenever you want. You can use it on the subway station. You can use it walking home from school.
Some students, like McDonald's friend Matthew Gibbons, say they're using it and already seeing results.
Since my last PSAT, which I got a 1100 on, and after using ACIT for a decent amount of time, I'm more up to like a 1400.
And Gibbons has no plans of abandoning the app anytime soon.
Can't really afford a tutor. I feel like even if I don't feel super confident on what the AI says, I can research about those question types, and it just gives me an idea of what to focus on.
The College Board did not comment specifically about ACIT when NBC News reached out, but the organization said in part, providing world-class SAT practice at no cost is central to College Board's mission. The organization pointing to 5 specific ways.
My hesitation would be if it just contributes.
Okay. So, because doesn't the College Board also offer SAT prep stuff? So if they're going to ace it and not College Board, of course, like, oh, I hate it. So now we're going to see. I'm getting ready my prompt. Right? So I want to know. So far when I'm writing, I just reviewed a video about ACIT SAT prep that a teenager created. How did he create it? How helpful has it been? And now we're going to add, can you compare that to the recommendations that the College Board made? Like, what are their apps and how much do they cost?
It's to this passive learning of guessing as you go along.
Anna Homayun, founder of Luminaria Learning Solutions, says at the end of the day, nothing beats taking a test.
The most effective way to prep for an exam like the SAT is to take full-length practice tests under testing conditions and go through every question you get wrong and understand why you got it wrong.
Jesse Kirsch, NBC News.
We thank you for.
I'm going to say that I think test taking is, I think it's dumb. I think being able to pass a test is it's a sport, right? And what she said, go back real quick.
Luminaria Learning Solutions says at the end of the day, nothing beats taking a test.
The most effective way to prep for an exam like the SAT is to take full-length practice tests under testing conditions and go through every question you get wrong and understand why you got it wrong.
So basically, it's being able to, it's a strategy. So it's the same way, like if you do not practice boxing, if you don't practice basketball, football, like catching and throwing and running and all that type of stuff, right? Taking a test is the same exact thing. It doesn't really prove that you know the information. It just proves that you know how to use deduction, how to how to answer the questions the right way if you take the test enough. I've seen so many people go out there and take these testing certifications and they cannot for the life of them use the actual tools that they got certified for. And you know what that means? At least in the real world, you're not getting a job because you might be able to pass that test, that certification, but you don't know how to do the work. I'm like, you're out of there. We don't want you. So, and of course she's gonna be like, oh no, she hated on the app, right? She hated on the app. That's what she did. So let's go ahead and move over to our Gemini prompt. It says, how did he create the app? How helpful has it been to students? How much does it cost? And we can use flashlight for this. And how does it compare to what College Board offers? Is it a good supplemental tool for students? I mean, and I heard students saying that it boosts their score by like 200 to 300 points. So, I mean, come on. I can do YouTube. Why are you going to YouTube for? It's impressive to see students leveraging technology to address such a high stakes area regarding the ACIT, often spelled as it. Really? App featured in the news. Here's a breakdown based on the reports. It was created in how it works concept. 16-year-old Eric McDonald developed the app to provide a more accessible alternative to traditional, often expensive test preparation methods. So he is taking money, and this is what AI is doing though. AI is taking money out of the pockets of many, many people. So where they could charge like $30,000 where people can't afford it, he brought it down. He brought the price down to something affordable, probably a monthly subscription based where you can cancel after you pass, right? Mechanism, the app is fueled by artificial intelligence. It serves students questions and analyzes their performance to identify specific areas of struggle versus success. AI tutoring, it includes an AI chat feature allowing students to ask for additional explanations on questions they answer incorrectly. And I can attest to this because this is how my friend Magnetar uses AI for like learning math and all the different stuff that he's working on, right? I've seen it work, and I use it in a very similar way, not to pass tests, but to build applications and get a better understanding of things, you know? So cost and accessibility, pricing. The app offers a free version, free 99, and a full year subscription for approximately $80. $80. Even if you don't get much out of it, $80 investment is nothing. You spend more in a week on Starbucks Frappuccino, caramel Frappuccino as well, than it costs for a year subscription to help you get a better SAT score. Last month you were probably spending more for 1 week's worth of gas than the app cost. Context. This is positioned as a significantly more affordable option compared to private tutoring, which the video notes can range $1,600 to $10,000 for 20 to 30 hours of instruction. $10,000 for 20 to 30 hours of instruction is wild to me. Comparison to College Board. College Board's position. The College Board did not comment directly on the specific app, but emphasized that providing high quality SAT practice at no cost is central to their own mission. Do they provide at no cost? I mean, I guess they provide the test, but how do you prep? I don't know. User experience, unlike traditional static study materials, ACIT is designed to be highly portable, allowing students to use it conveniently while traveling or between activities. That is good because a lot of times too, you have these big old SAT books that you got to lug around, you know. Is it a good supplemental tool? Students' results. Some students, such as Matthew Gibbons, have reported significant score improvements moving from an 1100 to a 1340 after using the app. Students find it helpful for identifying specific concepts to focus on, especially when they cannot afford a private tutor. Expert perspective. So this is the hater's ball, right? Educational experts. All right. So I honestly do not believe that there is such thing as a quote unquote educational expert, because that would assume that you're an expert in everyone's learning style. And I do not believe that is the case. I believe everybody learns differently. And so I don't really, but whatever, we'll give her that. Anna Humayan suggests that while such tools can be helpful, can be useful, they should not necessarily be the primary or only resource that a student relies on. See?
Why do you have to talk to me like that all the time, right?
This is the part that annoys me, right? I never saw anyone mention that this should be the only tool that someone should rely on. It is a supplement. It is additional. You have to use everything at your disposal. It's like me saying, oh, the only thing you should ever do is rely on Udemy. The only thing you should ever do is rely on this channel. The only thing you should ever do is take a college course. I say it is an and. It's not an or, it's an and. Find the best tools to get the best results and go out there and win. All right. Let me see. The gold standard remains taking full length practice tests under realistic testing conditions to thoroughly analyze errors. In short, it appears to be a valuable, cost-effective supplement tool for the on-the-go practice and identifying weak points, but it is best used in conjunction with full-length practice exams. I agree, right? So let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think that this is helpful? Would you get this for your teenager, for a niece or a nephew or a friend in order to help? Like, would you just flat out pay the year subscription for, like, you know what, here's a gift. You are in the 10th or 11th grade. You need to take the SAT. I'm going to buy you a year subscription to Ace It. That way you're helping the 16, 17-year-old kid and his business, and you are helping a loved one so that they can do better on the SAT. So they don't end up having a bunch of student loan debt, $200,000 student loan debt in a UC degree, right? So let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is helpful, or it's not worth it? Not good. I wouldn't waste my time on it. Let me know your thoughts below. Drop me a comment. Do me a favor, on your way out, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. As well, go to techcoach.dev. Join us to have these type of conversations at our Vibe Code and Chills. Join us for our Scrum Nights. Get access to Resume Flow, Tech Barbarian's coaching portal, and the Speak Precisely app over at techcoachralph.dev. All right, let's go over to, let me see. Do we have anything? All right. So Rob Brown says, my niece has to take the SAT coming this year. I'm going to recommend this to her. Make sure she lets the person know that Tech Coach Ralph, sent her his way so that he can give me my credit and my commission on sending over users to his app. All right. So just let him know that I and Rod Brown sent her over. Okay. Life Lesson says, when I used to tutor, I would build complex tests that would actually test on concepts, which discourages memorization. Look, I'm gonna tell you this, Life Lessons. You are one of a kind. You are a novelty, because you would build these type of tests, but most people, they don't care about the concepts. They just want to memorize. They just want to go and pass this test and get it over with. And then they never even exercise. Like you wouldn't imagine how many people saying, oh, I got this certification. Oh, I got that certification. Oh, I did this. I did that. And then you're like, okay, can you go and do this? Can you go and set up this infrastructure? What is that? But you got your certification. Yeah, I studied really, really hard. I took the practice exam like 100,000 times, and then I'm like, what's the purpose of the certification if you're not going to learn how to actually use the product? All right. So I'm always very, and I'll tell you that this happens to me too sometimes, right? The way that I learned is by doing. So, you know what, actually go get the certification. And then all right, so now I go and I learn the product, the stack, the framework, whatever. And now I start using it, and I become pretty good at it. I'm like, what am I going to go and waste this money on a certification? It's not like I'm going to get any added benefit from it at work. I'm like, Most of the people I work with, they don't have these certifications, right? So I'm like, whatever. And Life Lesson says, what up, y'all? What's good with you, Life Lessons? By the way, I'm not going to tell Life Lessons that I have mentioned that we have Vibe Code and Show this coming Saturday, and Life Lessons is going to be sharing the cool apps that he is working on. I'm not going to mention that, but you know, he'll be there. He'll be there, right? Says, I just checked out the pros and cons of it, and I think I'm going to attempt to build something similar that fills in that gap. If you could build something for like the tech realm, you know, because there's a lot of people who want to get like AWS certification. They want to get whatever Google offers, Azure. They want to get Terraform. All like whatever they have for like those cybersecurity, like Security Plus and the ISO. What is it? I forgot the IS 100. I forgot the other ones for cybersecurity. But they want to get these certifications, and it's like, and those tests on their own cost a fortune. So I know there's a lot of certifications that people want. So if you could fill that gap, that would be huge. You know, so that'd be really awesome. I do wonder though. Here's something I do wonder with his app. For $80 for the year, what are the AI models that's being used? Because, and how? What's the usage limitation? Because that could come out to be pretty expensive. He could actually end up losing money. You know, so that those are the things that, like, after you start using AI enough, you see all these little things that are happening. You're like, huh. Are they using Claude? Like, is Claude powering this? Is Gemini powering this? Is ChatGPT powering this? What are the models that they're using? Are they using Opus? Are they using Sonnet? Are they using, what is that other, what is the Claude model that everybody hates? What is that? Opus, Sonnet, and there's one more. I always forget. The one more is the one that no one really likes, but I forget the name of it, right? So, or does he have some type of infrastructure where he's using like Gemma in the background? I don't know. I'm curious how. And I think it's remarkable, though, that a teenager created this app. A 16-year-old created this app. That is absolutely remarkable. So see, if that kid could do it, and nothing against, like, when I say that kid, I meant the kid that was in the video. Why are we not pushing our kids to do the same? Right? So think about it. Think about it. I also learned best by doing as well. You see, that's what I'm talking about.
Best.
All right, I'm gonna do one more working segment before we, and then our last break is gonna be Jensen Huang saying that AI is mostly positive, you know, mostly productive, mostly wonderful. So we'll check that out. But let's get into our last working segment of tonight, and we are gonna go to. Oh yeah, but before we even do that, let me see if this works. All right, I'm gonna get that one. Let me download that right now. Now that's a good one. I gotta watch it. I'll get it later. I will get it later. All right, let's go over to this one. So I think I put up our 20 minutes.
Let's go! Let's go!
What? Not that. There we go. So I think this happens when we do the get AI help, right? So let me check the ticket as well. Yeah, so when you do get AI help, it's going to, all right, so we're gonna say, let's say build, let's do build MCP server for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Generate goal. All right, so you see how this right here sets it to 2024, December 18th. I wonder what. All right, so let's say, so now I'm gonna go to change accounts. Let's go to this one. Let's go to this one. All right, so we're gonna fix. Just take it from the story. You just copy this whole thing. One of the QA engineers found a bug when generating a goal using the SMART goal feature. Here are the details below to fix. So I reproed it. So I don't even want to select the time horizon. You just do generate. Was that in there? Hold up. I didn't see select the time horizon in there. Let me see, create SMART goal. There's no time horizon in there. All right, so we're not gonna. Okay, so let's take that line out. Target date should be set in the future, calculated as today's date plus the selected time horizon. Actual results, target date is calculated as of today minus. Oh, that's what it is. It's no, that's not minus the selected time horizon, because it said December 18th, 2024. So it's not minus 6 months. It's just actual results, target date is defaulted to December 18th, 2020. I wonder if that's the date that I first started working on this, or that I added this feature. Let's say fix that. Where are you? Hello? Where did you go? All right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna fix this bug. So once that's fixed, we're just going to refresh the page and do the SMART goal again, and then that should be fixed. All right, so it's fixing the date now. And this is showcasing the different tools that you can use in order to build stuff, right? I think that if you are not, let's say you're not tech savvy enough yet into like using Cursor or knowing code or you know, the IDEs, then tools like Lovable is a great way to build something for you. Is it the best? I would not say that is the best, but it is a viable option. But let's say you, and it's mainly built for if you want to build web apps. But if you're looking for something like more custom, more involved, then you probably want to go towards a Cloud Code, a Gemini CLI, a Microsoft Codex, a Kilo Code, Cursor, things of that nature. Amazon Kiro as well. Anti-gravity. All right, so they said that this is fixed. Let's go ahead and refresh this page. I'm gonna say add goal, generate SMART goal, build BJJ MCP server within the next year. All right, SMART goal. That's what we get. Nice. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Including core features, user accounts, authentication, match tracking, passing internal testing, and enabling at least 10 real users and use the platform within 2 weeks of launch. Oh, that's a bit excessive. All right, so that's fixed. Let me go create that or whatever. Let me know what account I'm logged into, but that's cool. So that is good. Well, while we're here, we can, take a screenshot of that. This is a screenshot from here. And say that that is fixed in preview mode. We're going to go to fix bug and retest fix. All right, and assign that one to me. Say this is done, and say that this has been fixed in preview mode. Boom. Assign that to you. Ready to test. All right. Save that. And let's do good. All right. I'm gonna update this. Ready to test. All right. So we're done with that one. What else do we got? We got description field renders raw markdown. Let's take care of this one too. Welcome to your journey. Renders all right, let me copy this one. I'm not gonna, I already reproed this last week, so that is working now. Can we fix this next issue that was found? Why is my frame rate tripping? Actually, I can close this now. All right. So let's fix that issue. So that's the issue of that was the issue of seeing in this right here. Let me make it bigger. Of seeing this markdown code in the, that was weird, in the after the features. I wonder if I might be able to repro it without signing up a new account, but I'll see. The AI reasoning all right. The AI reasoning text in the step 6 on the onboarding wizard now renders markdown bold list headers instead of, all right. So let me see if I can get to that one over again. Let's go to here. Why am I logged in as? I don't even know. What is that? Oh, I know. All right. Let's do profile maybe. And rerun setup wizard. Continue. Okay, I think I should be able to see it here. Let's see. All right, so there goes the error, right? As you can see here, it's rendering markdown. So we're going to refresh. Oh, what happened here? That's a defect. Let me capture that real quick. Send that to my Tech Barbarian. Where are the going through the setup wizard in the profile? I wasn't able to close the modal. All right, cool. So I'm just going to refresh the page then. And we are going to, we're going to go to rerun wizard, continue, let's go career growth, build discipline, beginner. We should be able to see the, sweet, there we go. See the bold. All right, let's say this is good. So now we're going to take that. We're going to go to oops. This has been fixed. Put a screenshot and we are good to go. Got two of them knocked out, both of them. Let's say subtest, fix defect, retesting. So that one is done. Give that to Gabe. And then ready to test. Boom, look at that. Look at that. What else we got? How much time we have left? I got 5 minutes. All right, we good. Let me see. I don't want to do this one now. That one's gonna be annoying. Let me see. What else did I want to go to? They're both gonna be annoying. Let's see. What's this one? What is this one? Dark mode stuff. So I'll work on this one. Might as well start. All right. let's go to oh, no wonder things are acting up. No wonder it wasn't working well. I had other software open that I cannot close. Uh-oh. Ah, gotcha. There we go. All right, let's go over to WebStorm. And we are going to, oh, that's annoying. Let's go to, and this is really, really weird by Lovable that they did this to me, but they ended up creating a new branch for my app. I still have some credits that I can use. Gee whiz, I do. Let's go to, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna upgrade the, I think before I work on this app, before I work on this one, how to upgrade from using OpenAI 4.0 mini API to 5.4 mini API. To upgrade, let me see. Let's see this article. I don't know why OpenAI doesn't have a case for that one. Let me see if I can copy this. I'm going to copy this into Lovable. I don't want to use this actually. Let's copy this. Let's go to here.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
I'm gonna go here and say, I want to start the process of upgrading our API model for that we use it for the ATS comparison for the resume analysis, or I just say for all. I want to for all the API calls we make to OpenAI to upgrade from, what did they say we had last time? From GPT 4.0 mini to GPT 5.4. What is it? OpenAI GPT 5.4 mini. GPT-5 mini. Let's go with that. GPT-5.4 mini. Here is some info on how to upgrade it. I don't need the does it have upgraded method GPT-5.4 mini? I think some stuff are missing. Where is the API? Let's see, try playground. Oh, come on. Let's go here. Just want to get the API calls. Where's the API model? Open AI API documentation. Or do I want this one? Where is it? This one, or nope. This one. I just need the, oh God. I need this one. I just don't see the documentation. I don't know why OpenAI makes it so hard to find their documentation for this. SDK. JavaScript. I don't know. I'm gonna send that off to Lovable, and hopefully he can figure it out. And if not, we'll fix it later. All right, cool. So let's wrap that part up. And we are going to our last break for tonight. See if there's anything in the chat, and then we will go from there. All right, we are able to get to our last topic, which is going to be about Jensen Huang saying AI is mostly wonderful for the world. All right, so let's go over to here. Largely wonderful. So Jensen Huang says that AI is largely wonderful for everyone. Let's dive into that topic.
Welcome back. Earlier this week, I spoke with NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. From the impact of AI on our future to what advice he has for young people in the global AI race. And of course, why he always wears his iconic leather jacket. Here is our exclusive conversation. Let's talk about AI for a moment, because the predictions on our future under AI are all over the map. Dystopian, utopian. What is our future? If anyone knows, it has to be you, Jensen Huang. What is our future under AI?
It is going to be largely optimistic, largely wonderful. There are some use cases that we have to be extremely careful about. As in all great technology, if you look at the progress of technology over the years, electricity, the internet, computers, the automobile, I think we can all accept that in each one of those cases, there are situations and cases where we have to be very careful about. So as the creators of this technology, the industry has to be mindful, thoughtful, rigorous about building and advancing this technology properly. This is the first technology in my generation where we invented a new computer technology where it's easier to access than not. For example, the computer until now has been programmable for about 30 million people in the world. About 30 million of us know how to program it and apply it to some useful career. Now everybody in the world can program an AI. You just go up to it and just say, "Hi, I'd like to, ask you to do something." If you're not sure how to use AI, you tell the AI, "I don't know how to use AI. Tell me how to use AI." How do I write a program? How do I book a trip? How do I do a research? And so we've closed the technology divide tremendously. And that's something that's really important to recognize.
So I will say this. He is right. It is very, very easy to do that. But technology, let alone AI, it puts the fear of God in people. They do not want to touch technology with a 10-foot pole. And then you tell them there's AI where it's like it's thinking on its own. They are so scared. So he is right. But I think that there is a big hesitation for people using it. I'm telling you, even developers and tech people are still highly skeptical, and they're highly skeptical, and they're navigating around it. But here's something I do see: people who are not as tech focused, tech savvy, they appreciate it a lot, especially in the workplace, because I will people who need to get things done and they don't have to depend and wait on other people, they absolutely love what AI is able to do for them. I saw someone create, they planned basically a whole large event, heavily relying on Claude, right? Heavily relying on Claude, and they did a masterpiece. I'll talk about a little more at our Vibe Code and Joe, but for them, Claude was their best friend, because they don't believe they would have been able to pull off what they pulled off with customized schedules and everything like that for this event because of Claude. And in my case, with the event management platform that we figured out how to put together, how to migrate it from a Docker Compose file that we tested on a EC2 instance into a Amazon Elastic Container Service environment, fully customized, because I had Gemini, and we went back and forth with Gemini, and this is when Gemini was you had the subscription, there was no limits on it. I prompted like crazy, and without Gemini, I would have never been able to fill it. I mean, maybe eventually, but there was so many different contexts, and it was wild. It was wild what I was able to do with Gemini. So he is right. And now when I think of something, I'm like, I wonder how I could figure it out. The whole shorts that I would create, and then it creates the captions, add the thumbnail, uploads it to YouTube, has updated title, description, and tags and everything. I said, this is the need that I have. And me and Gemini CLI, we built it. Python script. Running, it's like running in the background on my computer. So as soon as I generate a short, it's watching a folder. Oh, it's in this folder. Let me go ahead and push it out.
All those other innovations you discussed throughout the Industrial Revolution and even the technological and information revolution have been replacing largely human muscle. What we're talking about with AI is replacing human brain power, cognition. So in that world,
disagree.
What is human value in a world under AI?
Well, let's use one example.
And I'll say this, I think Will Kane is a pretty smart individual. I don't think so. I'm gonna give Will Kane the benefit of the doubt. He is asking that question, not because he believes that's the case, but I think he's asking it because he knows that is a fear that a lot of people have, and he wants Jensen Huang to address that fear. So I don't think he believes that it's replacing human brain power. I think he is posing up that question so that Jensen Huang can give his perspective on it.
I grew up in a generation where we didn't have calculators. I don't remember the last time I did long division. We don't have to do algebra anymore. We don't do surface integrals. We don't do calculus. All of those things are now done by computers. Somehow, everything that I grew up learning is now replaced by computers, and I still find myself insanely busy and working as hard as ever.
Facts.
The purpose of jobs have not fundamentally changed. The purpose of a doctor has not changed. It's to help diagnose disease, bring wellness. The tools they use to do that job will be different.
So I think what you're describing is creative destruction. At the advent of the car, we could not have imagined what the next job would be for the buggy whip maker. He would have looked at a bleak future. He perhaps found some other job, a new job that we had.
Better learn how to drive a taxi or an Uber. I mean, at the time for the buggy person, there was no Uber. But did y'all hear? See, interesting example, because I heard that I didn't look into the details, but some tragic accident happened with the buggy driver in New York, and now they're looking to ban buggies. So how you like that?
I couldn't yet envision. You, if anyone, can envision what the next 5, 10, 15 years looks like. So what skills will be valuable to humans?
Well, one of the things that in the next 10 or 15 years, we're going to be building a lot of infrastructure. The first thing that's happened is because of AI, the number of new chip plants and computer plants and data center plants that are being created around the country has just grown tremendously. Electricians, construction, welders, technicians, networking engineers, all of these jobs are now in huge demand. We've created about 500,000 of them. We're probably going to create a lot more. The shape, the reindustrialization of the United States is going to change the shape of culture. We're going to have a lot more construction workers, a lot more builders and makers, which is fantastic.
So you don't buy into dystopian predictions about the destruction of human productivity?
I think jobs are going to change. Some jobs will not be necessary. A whole bunch of new jobs will be created. It is the case that productivity creates more jobs. Because of, just go back and look at history, 150 years of documented history of the Industrial Revolution. As productivity enhanced, as productivity gained, as we could create a new technology that made it impossible for us not to do the things that we did yesterday, it created a whole bunch of new things. Somebody was mentioning the other day that technology made it so that you didn't have to do laundry. You didn't have to, the laundry mats where you to take clothes to. I don't remember that, but and so that job was replaced by washing machines. It completely was replaced by washing machines, but a whole new industry of consumer appliances was created.
What do most people get wrong about where we're headed?
Let's see. First of all, they get wrong that the technology is hard to use. They get wrong that is technology that somehow is going to affect them instead of technology that they should use themselves, to elevate themselves.
Oh my God, this. How do you get familiar with something? You use it. Life lesson said it. Unfortunately, people fear what they don't understand. That is a fact. Unfortunately, people fear what they don't understand.
Message.
That is so true. And what we do here all the time, when we hear of a new technology, except for the steam machine, that one we're going to take a hard pass on, right? Hard pass on that. But when there's a new technology, we're like, let's figure it out. We'll go into Gemini. How does this thing work? Then we're like, all right, let's try it. RAGs, MCP servers, testing QA, Lovable. We had when Lovable first came out or first heard of it, they had a whole weekend to use it. We jumped on that and we were like building stuff, right? And some of the stuff we still have it up to today. What I use to I'm always enhancing my different tools. You see what we were doing earlier, upgrading the model that we use for resume flow. Just trying different things out. If you can, especially in today's day and age, if you can imagine it, you can build it. All the time on this channel, I really hate how I have to do this. This was taking me so much more time. This task was taking me so much more time. How can we build it? But guess what? Now we are able to spend a lot less time prepping and pre-production and post-production because we've put tools in place in order that we can focus on the actual show. Before, having my like all my everything that I've built with AI in place, it would take me about a good 30 to 45 minutes to get the to set up the stream, set up my lower thirds, get the thumbnail, all of that stuff, right? Today, lower thirds, stream, all that set up in like 15 minutes. In like 15 minutes. Because, and guess what? We still have a very, very good and informative show going. All the tools in place. The reaction app, where that one sends directly to OBS the content that we need to review, that we need to play, to our YouTube plugin. Throughout the week, as I'm scrolling, as I'm looking for content, this one, let me add it to the app. Let me add it to the app. Let me add it to the app. I come in here, boom, it's right there in the app. Oh, let me copy what this video is about, the title, generate a lower third for it. I need a picture for the lower third. This is like either I have it saved, or I say AI generate me this image. Like for the SAT app, I said AI generate me this type of image. Connects to Runware, boom, image there. The work though, the work that we do doesn't change, but how you do it, the tools that you use, that changes.
I think that the stories that have been told about AI, especially the jobs that it's going to replace, for example, radiology, for example, nursing, so many different types of examples are proven completely opposite. The fact that AI was going to eliminate software engineers' jobs by now, that apparently nobody should go into software engineering because your jobs are going to be unnecessary, all of that is completely wrong.
When everybody was like, "Oh my God, they're going to replace the software engineers. There's not going to be any software engineers jobs in like 6 to 12 months because the fearmonger in chief was saying, "Oh my God, it's going to be this, it's going to be that," and all the software engineers were like, damn. And I was like, I'm not worried. You know what I need to do? I need to learn how these AI platforms work, how to integrate them into our applications. We've been doing that for like over a year now. Over a year, we've been integrating. I forgot what was the app that I needed. I remember I was prototyping an app for my wife, and it's like, you should use Runware to do this. I'm like, Runware. Let me go and learn what that is. For over a year now, I've been using Runware and love it. Right. So I called it a long time ago that they were just trying to fearmonger you. Trust me, there is no chance in hell. There is no chance in hell. No matter how good that Claude gets, that it's going to be taking software engineers' jobs. I trust it. If you put your company, put the life of your company in the hands of Claude, and see how that works.
Just imagine. Here's a thought experiment. The question is for just your child, who's a freshman in college. What advice do you give them about AI? To avoid it and ignore it, to run away from it, or to engage it? And so, of course, you would advise that they would engage it. Now, why is that? Because you love that. You love your children, and you want them to succeed, and you want them to use technology to elevate their capabilities, to amplify their capabilities.
Why is it so important for the United States to win the so-called AI race?
I don't know that winning AI is a thing, because AI is going to last a long time, and there's no end. It's a competition with no end. It's like a marathon, just runs forever. And so I don't know exactly what that means to win. However, we should absolutely lead. I think we should.
All right, I gotta push back on you a little bit, Jensen Huang. A marathon does not run forever. A marathon has an end, right? It could be like 13.1 for the half marathon, and a full marathon is 26.2. That comment and you guys know I love Jensen Huang. That is my spirit CEO. But that's kind of like what Sunny Holston said on The View yesterday. It says, 130 yards is like half a football field. I'm like, what are you, wait, what? I was like, wait, what? 130 yards is half a football field? What football is this? I'm like, what football game is this? Are you talking about the World Cup football?
Should lead in every single aspect of it. AI has a 5-layer cake. There's energy at the bottom. Then there are chips, infrastructure, which is cloud services, data centers. Then there's the AI model itself, and then the applications on top. It's a 5-layer cake. Most people only think about the AI models, but remember, AI as an industry is that entire 5 layers. We need to make sure that we lead in energy. Without energy, our country can't grow. Without energy, our economy can't grow. If the economy doesn't grow, national security is in peril, domestic security is in peril, everything's in peril. The country has to grow. We need to have energy to grow.
You told me.
So I just want to highlight something that he said. That 5-layer cake of AI, that is the game plan. That is the blueprint for us tech people, like trying to see how to navigate. Here's what I'm going to do for Monday's candid conversation, or maybe I'll do it for, I don't know, for sometime next week. Because I don't want the show to go like this is going to take us a long time to do. But I want to take this little clip of the video and go into Gemini and ask about this 5-layer cake and how we can break down, how we can position ourselves to like what is the thing, like what direction do we need to go in so that we can be part of that 5-layer cake. What is the education that we need? What are the job roles that are available? What is the pay? How can we position ourselves for the future? I don't care about the past. I don't care about what happened last year for the most part. I care about the future. And I think I think this is the smart thing to do, is to focus on, as the time changes, how do we pivot? How do we adjust? What do we need to learn so that we understand each of those 5 layers? Maybe I'll do separate videos for like breaking down each layer as well, and in its relation to AI. And what do we need to better adjust ourselves so that we are not on the outside looking in? We're not like, oh my God, AI took my job because I didn't want to grow. I didn't want to. I'm telling you, every company is saying this, right? If you choose to refuse, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna stick my head in the sand and refuse to use AI, okay, you're out of there. Like we just don't need you because this is where we're going. Right? Wait on it if you want.
A moment ago, you were up in a town of 600 in Kentucky. You have a unique personal story. You're Taiwanese, do business with and connected to, in some ways, China, and you're an American. What does that perspective give you in this necessity, as you describe it, to lead the AI race?
Well, number one, this is new technology. It's an important technology, national security foremost. Number two, with every technology transition, the United States should try to lead and in any area where we can lead and where we are leading, continue to lead. Technology leadership is important to industry, it's important to economy, and it's also important to national security. We could do both of those things, compete, protect our national security, enhance our economy, export as much as possible, bring back revenues, invest in reindustrialization of the United States, invest in tax dollars, produce tax dollars, support our national security. All of that is one big flywheel, and it can happen at the same time.
Before we go, I got to ask. Everybody wants me to ask, why the black leather jacket?
Because it's the same color every day. It's always black, and something.
Is this a Steve Jobs thing? Fewer choices, willpower. The fewer choices you have to make in a day, the less diminished capacity. Like what you're going to wake up with every day.
I guess so. Every pair of pants in my closet's the same. Every shirt's the same. Every jacket's the same, and so it's one less choice. Lori bought it for me, and it fits well.
It looks good. It's not a fashion criticism.
No,
it's a curiosity about the consistency.
Yeah, and then because it's black, you don't have to decide whether it matches.
So you can save your willpower for the bigger decisions in your day.
Because this is
the ones you don't use AI.
These are decisions I don't know how to make.
All right, thanks, Jensen.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
That was a great interview by Will Kane from Fox News. And I really, really appreciate the insight that we're able to learn from these tech CEOs like Sundar Pichai, Jensen Huang, Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Dario Modi, as much as I am a nuisance to Dario Modi, although he has no idea who I am. But yeah, like Mark Zuckerberg, I know people are like, oh, we don't like these tech billionaires and trillionaires. And please say the trillionaire. But I think that it is really, really helpful and insightful to learn from them, to glean from them, to see where are they taking tech and how we need to adjust and how we need to pivot. Because at the end of the day, our number one priority needs to be taking care of ourselves and our families, and they're going to help us to do that. And they're going to I know people keep saying, oh, we haven't seen a return on investment on AI, but I will say that the amount of work and the amount of exploration that I've been able to do in the past year is more than I've done in the past 10 years. And it keeps growing exponentially, right? I'm doing things that I couldn't even dreamed of. So it's been absolutely amazing, and I can see the benefit. I don't know how they're measuring ROI yet, but for me, outside of irregardless of monetary dollars, I think the iteration and the foundation that we're setting up for ourselves is out of this world. All right. Yeah. What are your thoughts? What do you think about what Jensen Huang said, that AI's future is largely wonderful for all of us? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you fearful of AI? And if you are fearful of AI, drop me a comment. Let me know why. Why are you fearful of AI? And maybe you can work together with us so that we can help you ease out of that fear and how to be more productive using AI so that you can win. At the end of the day, I want you to win with us. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live, and drop new content as well. Join us over at techcoach.dev. Join us for Vibe Coding shows to have these type of conversations. Join us for our Scrum Nights. Join us for our get access to Resume Flow, Tech Barbarian's coaching portal, and the Speak Precisely app, so that you can revolutionize every aspect of your life, so that you can win with us over at techcoach.dev. All right. Let me go and check the chat before we get out of here. Somehow, I don't know how this happens. We did 2 working segments, 3 breaks, and we're still over 2. I was like, oh, we're going to be under 2 hours today. And we are still over 2 hours. I just can't shut up. I just can't shut up. All right. All right. Let me see. Check the chat before we get out of here. Life Lesson says, AI has enabled me to cut out those monotonous tasks and allowed me to really focus on more important problems, leveraging both Codex and Claude Code. All right. Life Lessons is not a Gemini person. It says Gemini has amnesia. So fair. And Robert says, nah, bruh, scary AI, delete it all, says my Christian brothers and sisters. You know what, Rod, that's not nice.
How dare you?
Although true, you have to preface it. I'm gonna read it again for Rod Brown. This is what he meant to say. Respectfully, nah, bro, scary AI, delete it all, says my Christian brothers and sisters. There you go. See, I fix it for you. And you are correct. You are correct. But I'll tell you this though. My mom was like, she was on Amazon the other day looking for something, and she was using the AI and asking it for it. This is how they ease it into your life. They might not know to go to ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever, but you add that little Amazon chatbot to help you shop. You're like, oh, okay, it gave me this information. You add it on, let's say you use some type of Google Drive type stuff for the search. And, oh, ask Gemini. What is Gemini? Oh, okay. It asked it a question and gave me answers, So there you go. Life says, yeah, I bet a lot of people did that. Found out today when Claude had an outage for about 2 hours. It's a good thing I leveraged multiple large language models. Otherwise, I would have been cooked. Somebody told me that, so I was at work today. Somebody told me that Claude was down, but I was in meetings while that was happening. So by the time I came back, it was working. I'm like, oh, but yeah, like when Claude goes down, we're like, well, coffee break. Like, what do we do? Because it's like, all right, if I try to do some work manually, right? By the time I get like a hundredth of the way there, Claude will be back up by then. I'm like, all right, just wait for Claude, and we continue from there, right? But they need to fix that. Don't let Claude go down. Claude going down, and here's what's gonna happen, right? They're gonna turn Claude into like they try to do like if Google, I forgot what they call it, like, but one of these public utilities, because they'll try to get like YouTube and X under like public utilities so that they can try to regulate them. Got to be careful with that. It says the forever marathon, run till you drop. That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying. Yep, I'm familiar with the 5 layers. I heard this one other time from Wall Street Trapper, I believe. Focus on the moats around the large language models. Facts. And I made some videos about AI related jobs like machine learning deployment. I forgot the exact name, but some type of machine learning engineer for AI, the forward deploy engineer, agentic engineer. But yeah, definitely need to get around like, okay, well, where can we, like, what can we do in the energy level? What can we do in the like the other layers that he was talking about, you know? So definitely a spot for, the thing with construction, right? Although they're going to be building a lot of data centers, those jobs only last for so long. There's going to be jobs around like maintenance and stuff like that. But I would say don't bet everything on the construction jobs. See the electrician jobs, HVAC jobs, the plumbing jobs, there's going to be maintenance that's around. But if it's just like being able to like put the brick by brick and roofing and stuff like that, like the roofing's still necessary, but the brick by brick stuff, that's going to last for only so long, you know? So you got to be kind of careful with that. Like it says, Jensen mentioned national security 6 times in the last 60 seconds. He did. I'm telling you, you know, they got to get into good graces with the White House. All right. And my guy Rod Brown said, great show, bro. I have one last question for you, Rod Brown. One last question for you. Are you ready? Are you ready for my question?
Are you ready?
Did you watch this show on your stream machine? That's what we all want to know. We want to know, did you watch the show on your stream machine? You didn't find that funny? No? Nothing? All right. Fair enough. All right. Let me check. All right. Before we get out here, let me check the status of my poll. And one person is heartbroken about the drastic price increase, and everyone else is like, I have no idea what that is. All right, fair enough. Nobody knows. Fair. Sorry, Red Brown. All right, we're going to wrap up the show for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification so you know every time we go live and drop new content as well. Take control of the dev. Join us for our Vibe Code and Chill coming up this coming Saturday. Join us for our Scrum Nights. Get access to Resume Flow, Tech Barbarian's coaching portal, and the Speak Precisely app. Tomorrow we're gonna be reviewing SpaceX. We're going to be reviewing SpaceX acquiring Cursor in an all-stock deal. What impact does that have? How are developers going to feel about working on Cursor now that it belongs to SpaceX? And is it going to have an impact on the models? Are they going to be switching to Grok? We're going to be discussing all of that tomorrow, asking the questions. Do we have answers for those questions? I don't know yet, but we're going to be asking it. We're going to be discussing it tomorrow for our episode of Software Explorations. Looking forward to seeing you there. But that's about it. That is about it. Rod Brown says, never again will I bring it up. No, bring it up. I learned something today. Right? So, and I'm sorry if I was not empathetic enough about the price increase. I am sorry. But I did say respectfully. All right. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful night. Techo Trough, we are out.
take a little time to read this output. I better check between the lines before I blindly push to production.